Welcome back to Venture Onward, your go-to place for all things pop culture and comics. In today's video, we're delving into the character of Leslie Willis in My Adventures with Superman. My Adventures with Superman presents a fresh take on Livewire, and the character differs significantly from her portrayal in Superman, the animated series. From the first released images of the series, it was evident that the show would bring several changes to the Man of Steel. With the new Superman's anime-inspired aesthetic, fans should not expect a repetition of the character's previous versions. This is especially true for the primary antagonist of the first two episodes, Leslie Willis. Unlike most of Superman's foes, Leslie Willis, also known as Livewire, did not make her debut in the comic books. Her first appearance was in Superman, the animated series, and later, the character was incorporated into the comics. In My Adventures with Superman, she serves as Superman's first major adversary, but with notable differences from past interpretations. Let's take a look at where this electrifying villain originally appeared and how she is portrayed in the new cartoon. Leslie Willis made her fitting debut in the episode titled Livewire in Superman, the animated series. This episode, the fifth of the show's second season, introduced a villain who continued to trouble Superman even after the cartoon concluded. In the series, Leslie Willis is a shock jockey with a radio show well known in Metropolis for verbally attacking and mocking Superman. Disregarding the police's safety concerns during a storm, she went ahead with a live concert and used the opportunity to further criticize the Man of Steel. Unfortunately, a stray bolt of lightning deflected off Superman's chest and struck Willis, transforming her into a metahuman with electric powers. Now possessing enough power to rival even Superman, she became one of Metropolis' most formidable villains, adopting the name Livewire. Livewire's official comic book debut occurred in Superman Adventures, issue number 5, by Scott McCloud, Brett Blevins, Terry Austin, Marie Severin, and Lois Willis, which served as a tie-in to the animated series. However, she did not become part of the mainstream DC comic book universe until her introduction in Action Comics, issue number 835, written by Gail Simone and illustrated by artist/writer John Byrne. Byrne had previously rebooted Superman in his 1986 Man of Steel origin story. In the mainstream comics, Livewire was mostly portrayed similarly to her animated counterpart, although her metahuman electric abilities were innate. She also served as a significant rival to fellow radio host Billy Batson, secretly known as the world's mightiest mortal, Captain Marvel. Prior to the DC Universe's reboot through the Flashpoint storyline, Livewire had a change of heart and became somewhat of an ally to Superman. In the New 52, her origins were slightly altered, presenting her as a vlogger with a somewhat more flighty persona, which was reflected in her recent comic book appearances. Now let's talk about how My Adventures with Superman reinterprets Livewire. In the show, her backstory diverges significantly from previous portrayals. Instead of being a shock jockey or media personality, she is part of a group of high-tech thieves aiming to steal valuable technological assets, including a fleet of giant robots. Superman's arrival foils their heist, leading Livewire to swear vengeance against him. She confronts him face to face while wearing a suit empowered by a mysterious alien crystal. This suit enables her to emit electrical energy, nearly defeating the budding Man of Steel until he removes the crystal. After her defeat, she is apprehended by the authorities, who happen to be Amanda Waller and Slade Wilson. Apart from her electric powers, the primary connections between this version of Livewire and her previous iterations are her animosity toward Superman and her distinctive hairstyle and hair color. This time, she feels much more fitting as a Superman villain, especially since Clark Kent is still learning the ropes in My Adventures with Superman. The transformation from a radio personality to a formidable adversary is intriguing, as it immediately catches the government's attention. While the new show presents a more grounded version of its titular hero, it undoubtedly gives one of his lesser foes a significant upgrade. However, considering her defeat, it remains to be seen if Livewire will make another shocking appearance in My Adventures with Superman. Remember, My Adventures with Superman is now available for streaming. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, venture onward.